there's me. Give me just a few moments. I'm doing a first here as I'm doing a simulcast live also on my Facebook. I can turn the music down. I added to prepare. I think everything is in order. I'm not expecting much people on right now. Just let me know if you hear me clearly. Looks like my camera's good on both my phone and on my laptop. I think we're good. Just a couple more moments. Had the tennis on. I didn't have it on during my nap, but Carlos Alcaraz is off to the semifinals. There's been a scratch in one of the women's semis. Someone got hurt in practice right before the match was taking place. And if you're following the U.S. Open, you might have seen that Coco Gauff lost to Naomi Osaka. So hopefully Naomi wins it all. Taylor Townsend, the one who was fussing out another player last week, she got bounced in Sunday while I was at King's Dominion. So hope we'll have some good matchups leading up to the finals, which is this weekend. But anyways, I'm about to start. I'm Jamie Battle. People know me as Jamie Boo, or my tagline, The Penguin. It is September 2nd, 2025. And this is a first of me doing this. Now, not for a stream and for Facebook. I haven't done a live on Facebook in God knows how long. And the last time I did it, I was legit having a mental breakdown. But no mental breakdowns today. I'm happy, I'm cool, calm, and collected. And can't wait for next week. Now, the past few years, for my birthday, I go out and celebrate somewhere. Now, I did a little script. Anyone that comments within the next few minutes, I will go back to it after I'm done with the spiel that I typed up. And it's about the last several years and how Battle Week came to be. So I'm not gonna ignore any comments. It's just that I'm reading and I'll come right back to it at the end. All right, so I don't want to say it too publicly, but my birthday is on September 8th. And like I said, that's the day of the Penguin. We'll have it officially known as the Day of the Penguin. Now let's go back to 2021. I turned 30 that year. And I decided to let's celebrate for a few days and head back to DC. Now, on that week, which I did from Labor Day Monday to that Friday, I've flown to Orlando and went to Disney World, the actual parks of Disney World, for the first time in 20 years. I've been to Disney Springs a few years prior, but not to the parks. To the parks, I have not been there 20 years prior. Animal Kingdom was my first time there since the park opened in 1998. I went in that June and opened that April. And Epcot was my very first time there. And boy, they do tell you Epcot is a big park. Every person does come out tired. Also went back to Universal Orlando. My first time there since 2017, and before then also 2021. 2001, excuse me, 2001 when I went to Disney World and Universal prior to 20 teens and 2020s. I'm starting going almost yearly. Also in 2021, you might have heard of a coaster called Velocicoaster. That opened in 2021 and it became my top. I think currently is my third favorite of all time. But after that trip, I was like, it was a success. Let's go to the West. So in 2022, I turned 31. And I've been trying to get to the West Coast for a while. When I was going to ODU, I had a final exam that could not change the date for. The date of the final exam was when parts of my family were going to California. And I had to set out. Then 2020. I'm going to California. Pandemic hit. 2021. I'm going to California. Governor Newsom does not want people going to theme parks unless you are a resident of California. So I can't go. Finally, 2022. I finally made it out there. The year I turned 31, I'm going to the 31st state. Let's do this. So I named the week Battle 31 and flew out on Labor Day Sunday to San Francisco, spent a day or two in the Bay Area, went to took the ferry to Vallejo to go to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. I enjoyed that place. Not a bad park. It's just on the coasters. Oof. And didn't get to ride the Skyrocket 2. And the next day, actually, I took the BART all throughout and ended up in Milpitas for the night. Milpitas, California is where Great Mall is. The Great Mall of the Bay Area, which is the Simon Mall. Right beside it, I stayed at a hotel, and then I can just take the light rail. I am losing signal on my StreamYard. I'll give it a minute or two. I don't want any of y'all to miss anything. But so Milpitas, California. All I had to do is take the light rail to California's Great America, and that was, think, around the time that they announced that the park will be closing in a few years. And I think the last time we heard, it will probably be 2027. So you want to go to California's Great America, get there as soon as you can. I'll be probably back there for a year or two. Also later that week, went to LA for the first time, San Diego, went to their parks, SeaWorld, San Diego, rode their light rail there, which is called the trolley, and went to Disneyland for my first time ever. Everything while I was in California was my first time ever. So Disneyland with the Knots and some of the malls there, like Glendale Galleria and Beverly Center. So I get to see where celebrities shop. And also Glendale Galleria, I Want to See You Be Brave. I think that's the name of the song. Parts of the song were taped at Glendale Galleria. And also the LA Metro Transit System, one of the biggest in the country. And I like that system so much. Now, 2023, that's where my branding has started to take place and starting to polish. BattleWeek34 was the name of that trip. And flew out to Florida, began in Kissimmee, and went to Clearwater, Florida the same day. I was like, I gotta go to A Beach. It was packed in Clearwater, so I went to another beach further down the street, and it was very decent. And the next day, went to Busch Gardens, Tampa. Finally did a video of me yelling on Iron Grazing. And went to SeaWorld the same day. So I was on it. It was my quest to see which coaster will become my 300th, and it didn't plan out so well at first, because when I went to SeaWorld, Pipeline opened for the year. That's their new stand-up surf coaster. Came to the park, and the area where Pipeline was blocked off. So the ride did not open. Met up with a YouTuber, Jay, Coasters and Travels. I remember that day now. I rode with him a couple of rides, but I was tired. I was tired that day. But went to Disney World the whole day, the next day. Only went to 3 out of the 4 parks. More on that later. And went to Legoland. But I had to come back to SeaWorld because at Epcot, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, that was my 299th. But I rode all the coasters in Disney World, which was not many. And so I went out. I was like, I'm going to just drive to near SeaWorld and just stake out. I was like, let's see if Pipeline's open. And it did. So as soon as I saw it running, I was like, boom, into the parking lot I go. And Pipeline became my 300th coaster. Yeah. Didn't see any celebrities. But like I said, I gotta keep rolling because I want to watch this tennis. But Road Pipeline became my 300th coaster. Went on to Legoland, California. Oh, wow. That will be a trip. Legoland, Florida, in Winter Haven. Nice, quaint park, but not my demographic. But I'll be back one of these years. They are building a new coaster in both Legoland, Cali, and Legoland, Florida for 2026. Where am I? All right, so after my time in Orlando, my birthday, which I believe was that Friday, it was a fork in the road. So originally I was going to Miami, but 2 things happened. First, the Brightline train. So in 2023, the extension to Orlando to the rest of the way in Palm Beach and Miami was supposed to open that Labor Day. It got delayed probably a week or 2 before I flew out to Florida. Second, the the Coaster Club I'm heavily involved with, Melbourne Coaster Network. I became one of their cousins, and a proud cousin still to this day. In June of that year, where my first event was Fun Spot Atlanta and Six Flags Over Georgia. And I wanted another bite of that. So they joined with ACE, the American Coaster Enthusiasts, on their Hershey Park event, CocoCon. And I decided, well, you know what? I don't want to go to Miami without riding the train. So I was like, I'll just go up there. Became the best day of the whole entire trip. Yes, even better than Disney. The vibes were just right. The people were great. I almost won a skee ball tournament. And Wildcats Revenge opened that year and is one of the best RMC coasters out there. Also, I had another day on the trip, so I used it and went up to Knoebels. Knoebels is in the middle of the state, way out in the country, way out in the hills, but it is a homegrown park, old-fashioned theme park. It is an experience. And this is the only battle week that I have drove. And spoiler alert, this will remain the only battle week that I drove during battle week. Not as far as driving to the airport. This battle week, I will just be driving to the airport and back. Last year, 2024, I was like, I've never been to Vegas. My late dad goes to Vegas. My brother goes to Vegas sometimes. I haven't. So I wanted a slice of the pie, hopefully win it big, grab some ladies, and enjoy myself. Spoiler alert, I didn't get any ladies, but I managed to get some of the best experiences and one of my favorite nights I ever had in my entire life. However, the days itself while I was in Vegas were hot. You're talking about 105 degrees in desert heat. It is not for the faint of heart. But when it's nighttime, that's when Vegas becomes its own self. The hotels, the lights, the glamour, everything you know about Vegas comes to life at night. So my main focus of me being in Vegas was going to their small theme parks and their coaster on top of a building, the New York Hotel. At the time, the Tropicana was being stripped. It imploded a few months after. So I managed to see the last remnants of the Tropicana Hotel in person. But also the malls itself. Back to the theme parks. What I did, the New York Hotel, the Circus Adventure Dome, which has 2 coasters and a few flat rides, which I actually liked. And the Strat, you might know it as the Stratosphere. That's that big observation tower and hotel, which used to have a roller coaster go all around the spire of the tower. That's been long gone. But they have like a seesaw ride tilting over the edge of the tower and a launch drop tower, the S&S drop tower that blasts you up. So I was already 1,200 feet in the air and going up another 100. That was a rush in itself. But I wasn't done that night either. I ziplined through Fremont Street. That was insane. And Fremont Street, you get all types of characters there. I recorded a dance party. The DJs had like a New York accent, so I think he's from New York, and he was a trip. I liked him, and of course, my time in Vegas was really good. I will be back, but not too soon. Then I went back to Southern California for SeaWorld. Wanted to see SeaWorld again. Disneyland. Finally got to ride the Matterhorn. Didn't get to do Rise of Resistance, but more on that later. And revisited Knott's Berry Farm. And had one of the most craziest bus rides ever in my entire history of riding transit. So there was a Hispanic lady, like probably in her 40s, probably drunk and probably, if I'm allowed to say it, a crackhead. It was a full bus. It was Route 460. It goes from Disneyland all the way to downtown LA. It's a long bus ride. I rode from Knott's to near downtown. I forgot one of the stations I walked to. But anyway, during the ride, she liked what I was wearing. So we chat for a bit. I was listening to the NFL game, the first NFL game of the season. Next thing I know, all I hear is yeah, like fussing and cussing in English and Spanish, and then I after all of that, I told her to siéntate. So once more people got off the bus, and like she kind of liked me, so she flashed me and smooched me. I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm not gonna complain. I think me being flashed, her front and being kissed on, I think I'd rather had that than being beat up. I think, you know what? It's a silver lining. I'd rather had that instead. And then flew to Florida, Tampa. So I spent my birthday in Tampa for their Howl-O-Scream and the first football game of the NFL season for the Washington Commanders. They were in Tampa Bay. So the first drawing board, the first puzzle piece of that battle week was that football game. The Commanders lost. Not knowing that JD5, Jaden Daniels, and the team itself were becoming a daggone powerhouse. And it was to the point that we made wild cards. Guess who we faced? The Buccaneers. So my fine self went right back to Raymond James Stadium and saw that kick doink in, and I was going ape. I was like, okay, we're gonna lose again. Nope. We won. And ended up kicking the Lions' tail, but the Eagles took us out and they won the Super Bowl. I'm still butthurt by that. But later that week, so I went back to Florida for SeaWorld. MCN had an event there and went to Halloween Horror Nights. And I'm kind of glad I did, because the roller coaster that goes through that part of the park is being knocked down. Hollywood Ride Rocket is history. However, I was supposed to go to Miami that battle week. When Busch Gardens Tampa announced that the Scorpion Coaster was going bye-bye on my birthday, they actually extended the day of the closure to September 8th. I had to be there. So here we are today, September 2nd. I've been saying I've been trying to go to Miami. I did go to Miami in December 2023. December 2023. I don't know if I said 20 another time. But BattleWeek34 will begin Sunday, September 7th in Miami. That means I'll be near shirtless in South Beach, blowing candles. Might be looking at ladies, but I'll be in the water celebrating myself for another year of my life. One of my favorite malls is in the Miami area called Dolphin Mall. It wasn't built by the Mills, but it's Mills like. And now Simon has a hand on it because they brought the Taubman properties. And I love that place. So expect me to be back at Dolphin Mall. There's an ice cream museum in Miami. And I will probably go to there's a several boat cruises in Miami. I'm gonna go to one on my birthday if I can find one. But I know there's a lot of things to do in Miami and especially South Beach. So Battle Week 34 on Sunday and Monday will begin in Miami. Monday, wish me a happy birthday, any way you like. After I've shaken my tail, or maybe someone else's tail, I will take Brightline up to Orlando. That'll be kind of like my free evening. May go to Disney Springs, may do a little something to prepare myself for Disney World that Wednesday. All 4 parks will be covered. So expect me to be very tired, but worth it tired. And I'll basically just go from south to north. Animal Kingdom, Disney Hollywood, Epcot, and Magic Kingdom. It's not like I haven't been there before. I've done it, so it was like I just want to hit the attractions I want to hit. Then close the night with fireworks. I believe the Animal Kingdom opens at 8 and Magic Kingdom closes at 11. So assume I'll be at Disney World from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. But I have no time to waste. No time to waste. Now, pray for me. I'm flying out of Orlando September 11th to Toronto, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, I got it. MCN went to Canada's Wonderland in October 2024. I was trying my hardest. I was like, that passport better come. The passport people were being pricks, if I can say that. I want to say the other word, but I don't want to get kicked out. So the passport never came, but I ended up going to Busch Gardens that day anyway. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go to my park. Coaster Heat, if you're watching, that's where I met y'all. In Busch Gardens. Y'all were in Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and y'all really respected me so much. But I was like, no. Alpen Fury is opening this year in 2025. I better get that passport. And now you saw it. And it's happening. There's an ACE event called Canada A. That'll be on that Saturday, the 13th. How I knew about it, I was just scrolling through Facebook, and Gooch, if you're watching, I was like, they're going to Canada, having their event on the 13th. I was like, wait a minute. That might be during Battle Week. It is during Battle Week. So, with that being said, the Penguin is going to Canada's Wonderland on the 13th. It is my last Paramount Park I needed to visit. Y'all remember the Paramount Parks chain with King's Dominion, Kings Island, Carowinds, California's Great America, and Canada's Wonderland. I'll still call them Paramount's King's Dominion, Paramount's Canada's Wonderland, because I grew up in that era. That park has 18 coasters. Alpine Ferry, Behemoth, Leviathan, Yukon Striker, Vortex, Mindbuster, Wildebeest. It goes on and on. And that park also has a ton of flat rides. A lot of them are prototypes. So some might be the world's only or the world's first. And I think for some of the coasters, also prototypes. Leviathan, the first B&M Giga Coaster. If it weren't for Leviathan, we will not have my favorite roller coaster, BattleWeek34. So I get to ride BattleWeek35's OG sister. Also, in the same city as Canada's Wonderland, that'll be Vaughan, Ontario. I'm a mall rat. Anyone that knows me very well, ever since high school, middle school, I am a mall rat. My favorite types of malls, the Mills. The first Mills Mall outside the United States was built in 2004. Vaughan Mills. I cannot wait to get to that mall. One of my dear friends, she was on here. I don't know if she's still on here. Was Shauna. Yes, I am putting your name out there. She was up there a month or two ago when the Costa group she's at, they went to Canada's Wonderland, and I told her, please go to Vaughan Mills. You don't have to send me anything. Just send me pictures. I don't think it's on this bed, though. But went to the manager's office, gave basically the mall gave her a gift package and brought me a Pikachu PJs because she knows I like Pikachu and Pokemon. I was like, I gotta go. It's near mandatory for me to go to Vaughan Mills. But that's not including and not limited to, well, not limited to, there's a couple other malls I might want to hit. Downtown Toronto, Eaton Center. That's one of the most, not exclusive, but one of the most popular malls in downtown Toronto. You got the CN Tower right by the Sky Dome, the Rogers Center. And I will set one day for Niagara Falls. I gotta see it. My plan is to do the Maid of the Mist. So my fine self will get wet by the falls. I really want to do Maid of the Mist. I was so bummed out that I missed out on it last year. Other malls, Sherway Gardens. Now, that mall is a little weird right now. It is an upscale mall, but all the anchors are closed. All the anchors are shuttered. But it's still running. I think I looked at the directory map. Sherway Gardens is still kicking. Yorkdale, that's another good mall. I might be missing one or two malls, but out of all the malls I want to go to while I'm at Toronto, and I'll be staying in Vaughan, I gotta go to Vaughan Mills. I will not shut up and probably will not leave Canada until I visit Vaughan Mills and Canada's Wonderland. If I only go to those two places, I'll be fine. But I gotta see Niagara Falls as well as Toronto, downtown Toronto, and their transit system, TTC. I think one of the best in the world. I'll see if my words are correct when I go there. So I will be riding transit for most of the way. I hope to ride via their Amtrak. I work for Amtrak, by the way. But I hope to ride their train from Toronto to Niagara or back. I just want to say I rode via. That's all. But that's the main part of Battle Week. So Miami, Orlando. Hey Tamika, hey Sugar. Explaining how my Battle Week 34 is going to be next week. Also, I don't want to put your name out there, but Miss Ballard a couple of years ago drew me Piplup and another penguin is on my fridge. Been in my fridge since 2023. I adore you. I still smile at it every day. I was gonna make known that it's still on my fridge and it will never leave my sight. But your son is going to be in Miami, Orlando, and Toronto for Battle Week 34. Battle Week is my heavy vlogging week. Some people do vlogs, they vlog themselves every day about their life. I'm not really that person, but this will come close to it. If you're on my YouTube, you can watch episodes of last year's Battle Week as well as full-fledged cuts of the previous two on the Piplup James channel. The Battle Week 34 videos are expected to be fine produced. On my iPhone, the highest settings will be used. I'll also have to shed some video storage to put in my cloud. So all the videos, most of the videos I've done, not recent, but from the past, like MCN meetups and such, or my times at Bush, I have to put them in my cloud. Because I want to bring all fine, crisp. I want you to say that, oh my God, this dude can do it all. So where am I on the script? I went so far off script. We're 38 minutes in. It's 8:09. I know y'all got America's Got Talent. I don't know. That's still on. I think during the playoffs. U.S. Open, the men's semis. I'm trying to speed it up for you guys, but I do thank you for watching. But here's why I put on my script. So Battle Week is when I do the most vlogging, almost near TikTok levels. Each day when I do produce the Battle Week 34 series, each video is its own day. When not basically when I wake up, but it's like I show you the sunrise that morning till I fall asleep that day. So 9 days, at least 9 episodes will be recorded. If there's like a place like, oh, Von Mills needs its own episode, or a ride, let's say Alpenferry needs its own episode. It could be a part of Battle Week or my mainline series. So my current Piplup James YouTube channel has 3 major series. Parks and Rides. So that's all my theme park content. There's also variants, but if it's from theme parks, Parks and Rides. Mall's my first love. Guaranteed. There will be at least 2 Mall's my first loves being taped this battle week. Last year when I was in Vegas, I went to the casino malls and also the fashion show. I made it a part of Battle Week. Von Mills, guaranteed. Mall's my first love. If I go to Eaton Center, guaranteed. Mall's my first love. And Express, that's my transit series, which I need to get a jump on. I did only 2 videos of Express. When I did the Dulles airport bus route before that got cut, when the Silver Line was extended out there, and when Metro had a celebratory event of their retirement of the 2000 series trains. Those were the only Express videos I ever did. I was like, I gotta get back on it. So maybe the TTC trolleys, the subways, maybe that could be a part of Express. But keep tabs on my socials. That does include YouTube, Instagram, which I'm been a little off on. But I don't post on Instagram that often, but I do stories. So I kind of did a little posting last year during Battle Week when I was in Vegas. Went to the malls and just showing myself at the Vegas sign. I was very excited when I hit Vegas. I was excited. I don't care if I lose money. I made it to Vegas. So I can't believe I'm doing this script. All right, so episodes of Battle Week 34 may be in October. So if I post and say episode 1 goes up October blank, I'll let y'all know. And the supercut of last year's Battle Week, this time last year, when I was in Vegas for Battle Week 33, I did put up the supercut of the previous Battle Week. I got projects to do before I leave. I have to finish, if anyone's from MCN, I have to finish the Cedar Point vlog for them. So that's my last big project before I up and leave. I got to do that for them as soon as possible. So I'll do the supercut of last year's Battle Week before the end of the month. So you can watch individual episodes on my YouTube channel right now, but one full compiled video will be done at the end of the month or by the end of the month. So that's like an appetizer, a huge appetizer before the main courses. So mainline videos roll out in October. So if you see, you might know Coaster Studios. I've seen them several times. They like me. Miss Sarah. She likes penguins too. And she rode the voyage at Holiday World, Indiana with me. And after the ride, she called me sweet. I was like, how did you know I was sweet? I know she's polarizing, but her and Taylor, I was like, if it weren't for them, I won't be doing this. People will not be having their own channels. They won't be vlogging, going to theme parks. It's because of them. They're one of the reasons why I travel out to these places. But their recent series, when they went to Asia, Coasting Through Asia, so their videos can be like 20 minutes, or it can be an hour. That's how Battle Week 34's videos may be. So it could be short as like 15, 20 minutes. Probably the last day might be that long. Or if I had to pack an episode, like I'm going to tell y'all right now, Disney World, guaranteed an hour. I'm not doing 2 parts in one day. The entire day is one video. Unless a place, like I said, let's say if the fireworks gets their own episode, it could be a side. But everything I can put in that day is in one video. So BattleWeek34, day 4. I think that's my Disney day. I'm letting y'all know now, that's an hour. Guaranteed. Canada's Wonderland, an hour. Coaster Studios just did a vlog. Just pull up a vlog from their times there. That was 45 minutes. So expect that episode to be that long. So, I can use my phone. My phone's like 95% of the footage. I have a GoPro. Now, some rides in Disney, you can use GoPros. Not all of them. Not Canada's Wonderland because it's part of the Six Flags chain. So can't do on-ride footage there. But definitely when I go on Made of the Mist, or if I get like shots that I can do when I give my phone a break, then it'll be on my GoPro. And like I said earlier, I'll just move my storage to the cloud before I leave out. So expect high quality content. I'm working on an intro. I already got a theme song. Each Battle Week has its theme song. I have like a upbeat theme in Battle Week 32. A jazzy theme for Battle Week 33. Battle Week 34's theme is gonna be like, let's just say you'll be that's your clue. And matter of fact, when I was doing the Cedar Point vlog from last year, when I was putting the songs in, I came across that song. I was like, I'm going to save that song and put you in Battle Week. That's how good the theme song of Battle Week is. Now, lastly, I'm missing Djokovic. Djokovic is facing Taylor Fritz, one of the last, I think the last American male left in the U.S. Open. So I'm run as quick. Like I said, I got tennis. Y'all might have America's Got Talent or other shows. Love and Hip Hop. I don't know what's on Tuesdays anymore. It was a Wednesday. I've already ended this live because Big Brother will be on. So this is an important note. So my current YouTube channel is approaching 400 subscribers. I'm currently at 361. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to bring these videos. If you see my videos on YouTube, it will be shared. I'll let y'all know when they come out on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which I have a following on Twitter now. Don't just watch the video. Like, watch as much as you can. But there's a like button. There's a comment. You can comment like, oh, you did that, Jimmy? That looks scary. Or, oh my God, Niagara Falls looks so beautiful. Or, I want to shop at this mall. Whatever you're thinking, put it in comments. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel at PipLoveJames, please do so. I see a Victor. He lifts me up. Mayor. Uncle Lionel says, what days will I be in Miami? First 2 days. Sunday and Monday. Sunday and Monday. Come celebrate my birthday on Monday with me. Lionel, you won't miss him. One of the tallest guys, one of the tallest cousins in MCN. Real cool dude. Enjoying his retirement. I adore that man. If you see him at MCN events, he's known as Unc or Uncle Lionel. Hang out with him, please. I already told you about Victor. We had a time at Holiday World. He actually lifts me up. So I yell. If someone lifts me up, I yell. Help! Help! Y'all two are the greatest. But yeah, comment when Battle League videos go up. Like the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I know everyone says that, but I need your help. A lot of money has been put into this trip, just like the last year's Battle Week. And I still gotta do pay the ticket for the Ace event and the Bright Line ticket. So, but the flights already paid for, the hotel already paid for. Money. So I want my current channel to make it to a YouTube partner status. My original channel, I could not get monetized, and there's some stuff there that I have loyal viewership on, and I don't want to close that channel off. So my Pip-Up James channel, my current one is one I'm working on right now. It needs more subscribers. It needs more watch time. So hopefully the BattleWeek34 videos will help get it closer to that mark. I'm not saying we won't hit it. It'll be great to hit it, but when those videos come out, and when videos comes out over time, it'll be in the playlist. So if you want to watch me and go to places, and like I do, like I admit, I watch some Coaster Studios or Canopy Coaster, and I'm asleep. I fall asleep to them. Do that too, because because you're actually helping their numbers out. Yes, if you fall asleep watching YouTube and watching Coaster Studios or Airtime Frills, their numbers go up. I want the same here. And you're not obligated. My birthday's on Monday. You're not obligated to give me any gifts at all. You don't have to send me money. I'm not asking for money. But do let me know if you want to send me a gift. Miss Roshana has. And that was a month ago from Von Mills. I'm not expecting any gifts, but I'll be flabbergasted and flattered if y'all do give me gifts. So doing this trip is my gift. It's my gift to myself. And in October, I want you to say that this penguin can do it all. If I do post on my Facebook and say, I went to this place and it's so exciting, and I was like, and I see the comment said, oh my God, Jamie, you made it. Oh my God, Jamie, you enjoying yourself. No comment goes unnoticed here. I see the likes, I see the hearts. When something crazy happens, I see the laughs. I see everything. Do not think that I am avoiding you guys. If I'm still recording stuff or riding rides, I'll get right back to you. I promise. But I'm going to close the YouTube section off. I don't think there's any comments on here, but if I see anything, I'll let y'all know. There's no one on here now, but I'm closing out from the YouTube end. Enjoy the Battle League videos, enjoy the videos I put out, and wish me safe travels. From the YouTube side, I love you guys, and keep on watching Pip-Up James.